Hello, my lovely people. How's everybody doing? Monday morning, Monday afternoon, actually. What is going on? I'm going to change a couple of things. A second. There you go. Perfect. What are we looking at? And actually, we're looking at some interesting things. We're going to map out the markets for today. Guys, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Hop on a little bit of music. Tell me who's in here. Tell me if we got the regulars. Tell me if you're new. Tell me what you're looking at, if you're staying out of the market, if you're getting in the market. Let's first look at EU, okay? Because I've already had a trade on this. I actually got out of this early, and we'll talk about the reasons why. What we're going to do for the first half of the session is we're just going to map out, like I said, map out the markets. We're going to look for high time frame levels, high time frame ideas, and then we'll see what that looks like on lower time frames to see if we can get into any positions on stream. I don't know if we're going to get into any positions on stream. We will see what happens, but unlike the start of when we were doing all of this stuff, I was getting into random trades just for the sake of it. Now we're going to be a little bit slower. We're only going to get into trades if they're actually setting up. So first of all, we're going to have a look at EU. We're going to talk about the reasons why we got into this trade. So at the moment, I'm going to get rid of all of the EMAs. We're going to have a clean chart. I'm going to just start putting in some of these weekly levels. Okay, and we're going to do this quite fast. Okay. So I'm just going to go through all of these main weekly levels. I'm not going to put too many in because at the end of the day, we're coming to the end of the year. We're still stuck on obviously this range. So all the idea is coming from is we're going from one side of the range to the other side of the range. So we've got those weekly levels in. Let's put some daily levels. At the moment, the only daily level I see is one right there. We're going to make this a dotted line like that. Where else? We got one there. From there, we're going to go down to the 4 hour and we're going to have a look at some of the ideas. So if we have a look at the 4 hour, first of all, the 4 hour trend, we're up. Okay. So higher highs, higher lows. We're making bullish market structure, so on and so forth. Now we've come into this area of the chart, and don't forget we've got a higher time frame level up there. So if we're above the daily level, and you can see that we're making this kind of rounded type of price action. Let me turn my phone off because people are sexting. You got this rounded price action. This is quite an interesting trade. It's a shame I actually got out of it a bit early. So the reason for getting into this, now I do think we're going to push up and break this high, is on Euro, we've had this kind of flaggish pattern. We had a breakout, we had a bit of a retest and a push off. Okay, please make our image a little bit left so we can know what currency that is. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put on the canvas watermark ticker. Okay, I'm going to do it like that. So this is Euro. So we had this flag pattern, and you can see if you go onto my Instagram, I've been talking about these types of trades, for a while. Flag pattern, eventually we had the breakout. We had a 50 in the 15-minute. You can see the live entry in the Instagram as well. Took from the high to the low. I didn't actually get in on the 50 fib. I actually got into this area right here. And the reason being is if we stick on all of the EMAs, you will understand why I got in. Because you can see all of the EMAs started pushing up, okay? And we had a little bit of a mini flag pattern on top of the range highs and on top of all the EMAs. So that's why I decided to get into the position on this candle right here. The reason I ended up getting out of it early is after this candle right there. So I got out of this position on the bottom of this candle. And the reason being is because it was quite an impulsive candle. Came under the EMAs. It was already at these highs right here at this level of supply. And to be honest, I don't want to hold on to trades too much, maybe looking back, it was a little bit of a mistake, you know, because we still had that break retest on the EMAs, and it looks like it's about to break up. But we already came pretty much to the top of this level. So if I take away that and I mark out this level again, you can see we kind of hit that level and came down. So we hit that level and we came down with an impulsive candle that blew out the bottom of that prior candle. So for me, that was just like a little bit of, okay, I'm just going to get out. So I got out of that trade. We had a 1 hour trade instead of a 2 hour. That's fine. So we've mapped out all of these levels. Where do I think this is going to go? I do think that we're going to have the continuation back up to 1778. So this level here is what we're going to look at. Okay, so we're going to watch if price breaks up here, and once price breaks up there, then you could on the lower time frames look for a price to continue to 177, and that's the top of the range. From there, I wouldn't try and push it higher. Wait to see if there's any kind of swing failure pattern on the level, and then back in to the range. If it breaks up, let's say price breaks up, comes up here, you see a lot of momentum, and then we see price just end up closing within the range again, then you could look at the shorts back down to this daily level and to these highs. Okay, so that's what you could look for the short side. I wouldn't short it right now though, and that's my personal opinion. So at the moment I'm going to mark this as green, take away all of these. Let's have a look at GU also. So we've already had a touch of that higher level. I do think that it's going to come up there again. At the moment we've got these highs to clear. Once we clear those highs, then you have the possibility to come up back to the 34.23s. At the moment it's making that bullish intraday structure, so we can go on to the 5 minute, and you can see it's just making that kind of break, retest, continuation structure like that. I prefer EU to GU if I'm honest. But there you go. That's also a buy option for us as well. Let's have a look at Euro Pound. Euro Pound. Let's get rid of all of the EMAs. Let's clean the chart up again. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of all of these weekly levels. We're in bullish market structure again. So you really, in my opinion, you want to be looking for just longs. Okay. At the moment, we've got this descending triangle, this descending trend line, which it looks like it's actually broken. That's on a weekly. We can refine it a little bit. Let's go on a 4 hour and let's refine it. This is a perfect, again, another perfect example of a channel coming down into an area of demand, pushing off. Looks like a potential break if we're refining it like that. Let's have a look at all of the EMAs. All of the EMAs are starting to push up. For me, this is long. I would be looking to long this. So we can have a look at the 1 hour. Again, you know, price is coming down in a kind of, in a Now, I have been long British pound New Zealand dollar, and I'll tell you the reasons why and the reasons why I got out. Okay, so first of all, we're going to get rid of this area of demand. We've just been stuck in a range altogether. We had a breakout of the range. It was looking like we were going to do a retest. So I went on the lower time frames. You can see we had this quite impulsive candle. My entry was a little bit late and it was here. Okay. The reason why I got out and the trade idea was something like this. But the reason why I got out of this trade is simply just for this price action right here. Okay, so this price action right here, if we're looking to do those kind of break, retest, continuation trades, a little bit like that, we want fast price action. We want momentum to build up. Once momentum is built up, then you know you've got the proper break, retest, continuation trades. If it hasn't got momentum, then you don't really want to be trading it. So the idea was, why have we spent next to 2 hours and we've done what, 8 pips in 2 hours on USD CHF? That's a red flag. So the reason, not USD, British pound, New Zealand dollar, that's a red flag. So that's the reason I got out in this little bit of a range here. And now I'm looking back, thank God I did. At the moment, I don't see any opportunity here unless price comes down to this 50 level, which is just under here actually. So maybe hitting the top of these levels, hitting the top of this candle. What is that? We've got this candle right here into that 50. There could be a potential to go long there. I'm just going to put this as long for now. I'm probably not going to trade it. USD yen got caught out on this. Got pretty much a break even, which is quite lucky. Reason being, we came into this area of demand. As you can see, last time it was at this level, we had a really big push off. This morning when I came into the office, we were having this price action. I thought we were going to break and thought we were going to break up like this and come and try and take that high. It failed. And as soon as I saw that candle right there, I just got out. Okay. NZD CHF. So I'm not going to touch USD yen. It's none of my business touching it at the moment. It's quite a difficult trade. We could even see this turn into a wick. Really depends. Not touching it. NZD CHF. A friend of mine actually pulled some CAD CHF trade. We'll talk about that as well. Maybe this actually looks okay. Interesting. I think this is a little bit early to long. Yeah, I'm not touching it. I wouldn't be touching that to go long. No, I'm just probably just wait for price to, it's making this little bit of structure. It broke over these highs. What I'll do is just wait. Even if price plays around this area, I wouldn't touch it until it just breaks structure. And then, you're doing all of these interesting trading strategies, like smiley faces and, like that, smiley faces. Yeah. I'm not going to touch that, but I just wait for price to break and then trade it short just from the lower time frames. Let's have a look at gold. Interesting. Gold, say no more really. If you were on the stream last week, you would have seen that we traded this area, and it's one thing when you're on a 1 hour and you're not on like 15 and 5 minutes, you could hold trades for so much longer. Honestly, if I was just on the 1 hour and I was holding, I would this would have been a fantastic trade. But when I saw this bit of price action, I did actually get out, even though that this is that classic flag pattern. You know, you got the flag, the pennant, whatever you want to call it. But on gold, these happen all the time. And as soon as that happened, obviously you got your push up. I've marked out all-time highs, so 43.80s. I do think we're eventually going to get there. How we're going to get there, I don't know. Maybe we're washing out some of these levels. So we've just washed out some of these lows. We've just washed out those lows. Maybe there's a potential to get into a long trade intraday. Let's have a look at this. Potentially. We still have these lows just underneath. Maybe for just wait to see what happens. If we start, you know, breaking up here like that, maybe then we can get into a long trade. Maybe we come down, wick, then we can get into the long trade from a retest, something like that. I don't know. We're going to keep an eye on it. At the moment, it may be just a little bit premature. There's not enough confirmation at the moment to say this is going to continue up. I do feel it will continue up, especially on the high time frame. But for me to get into a lower time frame trade, I'm not yet. It's not ready yet for me. It's also under all of the EMAs, so momentum on the lower time frame is currently down. But again, we're coming into this area of demand. Let's see what happens. If we come down now and we get another wick off these levels, then that will be for me. I'm happy to take that trade. So if we come down, wick that level again, and then we push off, I'm just waiting for one 5-minute engulfing candle or impulsive candle, and then I'll get long for gold. FTSE, I missed out on this one today, to be honest. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, it's in a range, you know, you know, it's, you know, we've had some very fast moves on the FTSE, so I didn't trade it. But if you would have just looked at just the EMAs, the way that it came up into this area back into the range, and all day you could have just been traded this against the EMAs, against the 9 EMA, and you would have made an absolute killing. Even on the 5 EMA, it was just hugging all of the EMAs all up to the area it is now. Now we're in a bit at the top of the range. I'm going to stay out. I've seen this happen. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks of this area. So I will be staying out of it and we'll just be watching it. Okay, so that gets us onto this. Where are we looking to trade? I think we're going to wait and see if we get a trade on gold. Let's have a look. Say you. Let's see what happens now. We'll get ready for that. Get ready for that on the other accounts as well. See what happens. Let's put countdown till bar closed. While I'm doing that, I'm going to change all of these colors because the colors are gross, man. Wicks, bodies, borders, sorry. Chart, let's have a look. Canvas, should be all right. Sorry guys, I know you don't want to see me just doing all of this stuff, but much better for me to see. I think we're going to get long. My account is suspended. Am I on the wrong account? That is embarrassing. Wow, I can't miss on this just because of this. That would be a joke. Hold on. least let me get it on in this account. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. Yeah, I'm long. There it is. This is the account. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put my stop loss just underneath these lows, take profit at the highs. %1 risk. Ooh. Could be a little bit early. Oof. See if we can hold in this area. Otherwise, I'll have to take a loss early on. Probably a little bit too early. Yeah. Okay, I took a loss on that account. We're still in on this account. Boys, we took a loss. Oh. Okay. So since we're pushing down, hey bro, what's going on? If we don't find a bid right here, then I don't really want to be shorting this, because if I'm shorting this, I'm shorting it into, let's have a look. Maybe we'll get the bid here instead. We're just gonna hold tight. We're still looking for longs. See how the S&P 500. S&P has opened up quite down. USD means USD would probably be going up. Let's have a look at the USD CHF. No. Okay. Let's just wait on here. We've got a 4-hour EMA, which we could find a bit of support from here. Let's just see if we get an opportunity to get long. How to decode global news and MT supply. Did you remember? We're going to bring somebody on specifically for that, mate. It's not going to come. It's not. I'm not the best person for that kind of stuff. So I'm going to bring somebody on specifically that will talk about that kind of, macro analysis and stuff. EU pushing up. While we wait for this, let's have a look and see what the others are doing. British pound, New Zealand, starting to catch a little bit of a push up. Tell me your gold analysis. Well, I've already pretty much done it, mate. Let's have a look. So obviously all-time highs are what we're looking at to get into. You've got price at the moment coming into a bit of a supply. I'm thinking we've got something like this happening. Probably got into the trade just a little bit too early. I'm just waiting for a place just to get long. You've got this 4-hour EMA, so the 9-hour, the 9 EMA on the 4-hour. I'm looking for price just to come in here and then catch a bid higher. Seems just a little bit too early at the moment. I'm just going to keep an eye on this while we have a look at some of the other assets. Ooh. What are we saying to that? What are we saying to that? Euro pound also having a little bit of an impulsive push. Euro also pushing. I think gold. Let's see if we get any waiting structure to get back long. See, I'm really tempted to get into that British New Zealand dollar trade, but it's a little bit rangy. I don't want to get chopped in that little bit of an area. Euro, British pound really pushing. Euro, wow. Shame I closed. Shame I closed. Let's have a look at this. Should we get long that instead? I guess. Let's have a look. Maybe this is an opportunity. So what I'm going to wait for, I'm going to wait to see if we can get maybe a retest on this a little bit lower. I could get 10 on there. Have these highs already been taken? Or has that been front run? So that would be an ideal Yeah, I want to be getting long. We need this. Ugh. Okay. Gold's pushing down. I don't think we're not gonna be getting into gold until we start seeing some type of structure for support. I think the focus is gonna have to be on euro pound. But I think while our focus was on gold, I think we missed a potential entry here. Let's have a look where this would be. Yeah, it's still trying to push down. Okay, wick that high. See if we can get something like that. If it even bloody comes down. Damn. It's off to the races for euro pound. No. Damn, look at it. Oh, that is so annoying. So annoying when we marked it out as well. Yeah. That's a little bit stuck. So GU's just a little bit stuck at the moment. So while we just wait to see if anything happens, crypto, okay, crypto's getting smashed. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Bitcoin took a nice little dump on us for 2.5%. Solana also. Wow. I think it's best just to stay out of crypto for now. Probably looking to accumulate a bit of Solana in these areas. Good places to get some bags on Solana. ETH maybe just a little bit too early. Equities, everything's kind of red. I think we kind of missed our opportunity, to be honest. Yeah. Potentially a long if it can come back down. Come back down onto this level right here. Deep Panda. Tell me what are you trading? Tell me what you trading. Just gonna mark out just these potential areas. Yeah, do the collaboration on it. Used you did it on Canva. Nice. Nice. So wait, did you get long gold or your short gold? I reckon you're short gold, no? Not really interested unless we get a push up to break out these little highs. So if we see a little bit more of impulsive price action, then I'll be more inclined to get long. Euro pound flying. FTSE also pushing higher. Ooh, didn't forget to tell you guys as well. You have 25% off, guys, for Christmas. Why not? So give 25. You've got 25% off, and you've got add-ons for free. And those add-ons are quite expensive, actually. We charge quite a lot for them. So you get, what do you get? You get to trade on the weekends, and you get 90% profit withdrawal. Let's mark out. These are potentials. What's that? Smoothie with the what? Smoochy with the microphone. It's the only smoochy I'm getting. I haven't had any smoochy for a long time. Oh, maybe underneath the mistletoe this year. Still not ready. What's happening in a week, Michael? We should take a poll. Which one should we go for? Are we going to go for the gold setup if it breaks out these highs and has a retest? Or are we going to get the euro pound? Which one? Leaning towards the euro pound, just for the pure fact that we're under all these EMAs still. Some drinky. We do need a bit of a drinky. Oh mate, that pound euro is just euro pound is just gone. There's no chance we're getting into that. We missed it. Ooh. Definitely check it out for the 9 people that are still in here. 5 people. Check out the Piffed Off Pod. Michael, I'm on my own. What am I supposed to do? And Price isn't doing anything. We're not in any trade. Of course I'm bored. I don't know if you can still hear me. Yeah, you can still hear me. You can come in though if you want, Michael. Come in and keep me company. Here we go. Getting something a little bit more interesting. Got 2 minutes. Getting it again. Last trade for today. Back long. Kind of still in line with the overall idea. Still risking another 1%. Any info about the ABL? I missed that community. That was a good community. We had a good community there. Shame. What's happening to my gold? I don't know. Are you long? Are you long or you short? We did take a loss right here as well. So if you were longing it in the wrong area like me, I was a little bit too early. I do still think it's long. Maybe I'm being a little bit too fast on the trigger with this. I'm not waiting for it to actually break and hold structure. It's a little bit risky. Really want to see it break out of those highs, not just take the highs and turn into a wick. That's not what we want to be seeing. We want to see a proper body close on the 5-minute candle would be the confirmation. But jumping in like this early is just asking for trouble. Ooh, you took the short. Really nice, mate. Really nice. Fair play. See if we can get a little bit of a push up. 43.50. Yeah, I can see, but this is a area we want to see. We want to see some momentum. Otherwise this is just, it's not, the trade idea is just invalid. But this, to be fair, if we have a look at the structure right now, me getting in here was just not good. Not a good trade at all. None of that is not good structure. Where's my brush? This is not good structure. That doesn't show anything. This is good structure. This shows weakness. You know, kind of that head and shoulders type of pattern. Much better trying to long in this area than trying to long like an idiot here, which is what I did. Hold my hands up. Sometimes I'm a little bit too impulsive. Still fighting with all of those EMAs as well. Where's your stop, Deepak? Come on, do something already. Four, 310. Nice. Again, come down to that area of demand. The more that it keeps hitting that area of demand, the weaker that area gets. We want to see we want to see some decent, fast price action already. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. That is us done for today, boys. 2R is all we're going to take. We're not getting into anything else. 2R is all we're going to be risking today. That's mean. If this is the push now, that would be absolutely crazy. So, boys, I hope you are trading well. But that is me out for today. We'll come back on Wednesday. Where we will go through what's been going on for this week, midweek trading session. At the moment, again, we are looking at. There's obviously been a little bit of news. Euro pound, still looking for this to go higher. And the rest is quite rangy. Obviously, gold is just doing its thing all over the place. FTSE's still up. So we'll come back on and we'll have a look and see what these guys have done midweek. Take care, boys. That's it, traders. So if you're ready to take your evaluation, you can go in the link in the description. You can start today. But if you're here just for the content, then make sure you like and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on the future. Best of luck.